News View, here for you. Hello and welcome to News New University of Illinois president, Michael Hogan, is going to look for money other than government money. He said Thursday that the dwindling state support for universities isn't just in Illinois, and he is looking for money outside of the government for the University of Illinois. Cuts in some areas are likely at the U of I, and Michael Hogan, is now president of the U of I, and he used to be president of the University of Connecticut. And that's the top story. And the next story is the hurricane in the Gulf or near the Gulf could cause could stop the oil valve from being capped for 2 weeks. This is according to CNN. For 2 whole weeks, the oil could seep more into the ocean, and BP they can't really do anything about this if the hurricane does this. President Clinton has said that they should try blowing up the oil well to stop it, but President Obama isn't really showing a whole lot of results, and BP isn't really either with the oil spill into the sea. BP is planning to capture 25,000 barrels of oil a day, but there's no guarantee. The government estimates that the ruptured BP well is spewing 35,000 to 60,000 barrels per day of oil into the water. This hurricane might move more oil onto the shores, and this is a continued bad thing for the wildlife around the Gulf of Mexico. And people who have tried to clean it up just have been refused to. Lots of people have come up with ideas, and the government seems to be standing in the way, as does BP. They're just, for some reason, they're not trying everything they could try for cleaning up the oil spill that continues to flow up into the waters of the Gulf of Mexico. And you may have noticed here at NewsView, it's a little different this week. We've got some new graphics and stuff, and I hope you like it. And if you want to email me about anything at all, you can do it at imbadger@newsview.info. Or if you have any other comments or questions for the station, you can call them at 217-384-2452. And that will get you to the UPTV office here in Urbana, Illinois. And don't go away. We'll come back with some more news after this. Okay, welcome back to NewsView. Here, it's Independence Day weekend, and the next story in other news is Russian spy ring has 9 out of 10 of these alleged Russian spies have appeared in court in, I believe, New York and Virginia, maybe? Yeah, New York and Virginia, or at least they're going to be. And they were earlier this week in New York. It looks like they won't be getting bail, and it's a Cold War style Russian spy ring found in the U.S., and the FBI is saying that the business run by a Canadian who died in 1963 at 6 months old was stolen. The identity of a Canadian who died at 6 months old, 1963, was stolen by Heathfield, a Russian who ran a business called Future Map, which the prosecutors say was a cover-up for him to gather intelligence for the Russian intelligence agency. So, interesting news there about possible spies from Russia. And it looks like China, the country of China, might, well, their economy is struggling because ours is, and countries like Britain and other countries in Europe are now backing down on socialist-style government, while the U.S.'s presidential administration seems to be going the other direction right now. And many people say that the economy of the U.S. is only going to get worse because of this. Now we'll see. We'll keep an eye out for you here at NewsView, or I will anyway, and we'll have another look at some more weather today later on the show, and we'll also, well, the website, you can see something about the website later on the show, but that is newsview.info in case you're interested. Now, we're still working on the site. It's a work in progress. It has a link to the YouTube channel where you can watch a lot of NewsView things, clips, whole editions in parts, and the first parts of some of the earlier shows. And I plan to, well, while you're watching this, there should be some bonus video on the YouTube channel, which is IOPH3 on YouTube. That's IOPH3. It was just something I could remember easily. That's why I went with that. And the weather here has been good. Right now it's very sunny and beautiful here in Urbana, Illinois, and Champaign. It was a little cooler in the middle of the week, like yesterday, which was Wednesday and Thursday. But it's going to get warmer again this weekend, and if you want to find out about how warm it could become, stay tuned for more weather here on NewsView. I think that does it for most of the news this week. Please stay tuned for the weather and the national anthem and some more right here on NewsView. And then don't forget to tune in again next week on UPTV Channel 6, Friday nights at 9. That's when this show is on most of the time. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more. Welcome to your NewsView forecast for Independence Day weekend 2010. Friday night, a low of 56 degrees Fahrenheit, and Saturday, a high temperature of 87 degrees Fahrenheit and sunny. Saturday night, low temperature of 61 degrees Fahrenheit, and Sunday, partly cloudy with a high of 89 degrees Fahrenheit, and a low Sunday night of 70 degrees Fahrenheit. This has been your NewsView weather forecast for Independence Day weekend 2010.